Hey yo, what's up? It's Ezequielized Odyssey. How you been doing? Well, I got some good news and some bad news. The good news is U.S. citizens will now get deported as long as like any solo people that can do what they're the best without gang members. Because they don't bang. Because we see them in all the states. They have a lot of Hispanics out there. It's a good shit that we need to have those U.S. citizens to keep up because once we have to feel fair like what we did before, like this year or whatever the come that the people they have. That's why I have U.S. citizen. So got lucky. The bad news is the Mexicans and Chicanos, Mexican Americans, will get deported next year as long as Donald Trump is gonna vote for president. That's crazy, isn't that bullshit? Facts. But, here's the thing. Violence get rowdy around Mexican Americans and Chicanos because they've been running this since like Sureños and Norteños. Do you think they can discontinue for more often for the first time that has never done since the 60s? Or in the past years? Since Mexicans don't have the length of the body on? That's crazy. You know? But here's another fact that you need to know about this stuff. Here's another thing. Watch those words. Drugs and cocaine, money, and all that shit is something that had to deal with all the people they have to be praying around. If people can't pray around with that bullshit, something needs to change. Because we've been talking to the people who are about birthrights. We've been talking about this since like last year. So, hopefully you know that stuff. Birthright, since we talk about the freestyle birthrights, is the main thing. Because people, they just don't understand why they're still here. Well, at least they're not U.S. citizens, but they're just here for a country just to become a legal alien. But something that's making no sense because we're trying to keep up this country alive for Mexicans. But hopefully they can still survive to do this. But Bloods, I don't see Bloods coming out for Bloods and Crips for black people. But they don't have that much around in the Bay Area. But nothing near around San Francisco and Oakland. But there's no Bloods and Crips out there. But hopefully they would discontinue it by the following year or soon. I don't know, blacks are still fighting for violence. But you never know because, well, at least they're not U.S. citizens. They're just came to the America from slave trades. Who knows? Do you think black people can still be active like this way? Of course. You never know. But at least they have the celebration with Juneteenth Day, so I'm still have to figure out what's the biggest plan for black people. Since Trump administration is going to take over the office next year. But, main point of fact is, whatever the people that are handling the business to do this, they got to get listed up and try to work this thing out, but there's a lot of rehab that was been going up in the stage. People, they shouldn't demand for shit because whoever the people they demanded for their respect from themselves, they can't fall for it because we're Mexicans, or Mexican Americans. We're supposed to be really good U.S. citizens, but I'm pretty sure we're gonna vote for presidents and by the following 4 years or more. Well, we can wait till maybe until 2028, but I think that this will still be pointless to see if there are any people that can survive at this point. But in the crackdowns from the Chicanos, hopefully they can discontinue some of the things before United because they didn't challenge it for everything. So they had to do something or else they're going to lose people. We're talking about where Mexicans they need to follow if they have to be resolved that they're Mexicans. Well, here's the thing. Number one, visas are still high. Green cards have been high for 2. Number 2, there's a lot of There's a lot of details they need to exchange their lives from the poor. And number 3, jobs. You know, if we're talking about money, well, there's something we need to know about the politics. Think about this. If we have a lot of structure for to keep up the jobs like this, something is going to be bad. But you know, in my theory, I'm just trying to do my best with the future antics with all the people. But there's nothing you can stray with because, you know, you can't fuck with those people. Because when people, they bug you around from the hood and shit, it's completely bad because we seen this since when I was in American Kingdom. I seen this when I was in Napa. I'm like, this just has to stop because, like, hating Mexicans is bad, you know? And it's bad for everybody. Because when we got Obama as the president, this never changed. Especially with the President Bill Clinton, this should never change. Or George Bush. Or Ronald Reagan too. Because, you know, Ronald Reagan keep the things work harder about those Mexicans. Maybe they just don't understand why they're repeating themselves to send up the hood. Like, it's not good because we're not supposed to be like gang members and trying to steal stuff or kill people or any of that. None of that. Not in the rehab. But we're talking about why the Chicanos disadvantaged for the people. Because they can't be trustworthy. They just like to be hate on speeches about any Mexican people who they are. But you have the Mexican color. Because you're in systematic freedoms. But if some people don't have freedoms like Mr. Capone or Mr. Criminal, MC Magic and all that shit, something has to go. Because Donald Trump, he's gonna deport all the Chicano rap stars. All of them. All y'all. You know? Something is going to be bad. But we need to have to change like this. Because there's no way in impunity in hell to send those racism that can get it away. You know? Think about the movie The Getaway. Think about the movie about Boys in the Hood. Think about in their lives in the movie. You know? Chicano movies, they don't exist like this. Blood in, Blood Out isn't the same. You know? You're gonna guys have to stop and fight it like this before they'll deport you back to Mexico. Because I felt sorry about that, but you're gonna have to make your own rules from Trump and the others. That's why you'll have to take the safety resets. Like they did what happened to Ronald Reagan and George Bush. You know? They keep working hard because I seen this when I was a kid. I'm like, where the hell happened to my uncles and shit? I'm like, wow, something that needs to change because we don't take another factor about being part of the hood. You know, like restrictions are around from the security reasons from people isn't going to be enough for 2 years. But 2 years isn't the example. But you have to make the challenges from everybody. If you don't respect for me or the other people who are U.S. citizens, just leave the country and do what the hell you want. Because if you don't like this country, the United States and America, try to shame it on the people that you don't have. Because we're half deputy in America. That's why this is America, you know? Like, we have to make the solutions for respect for any other, for the 13 colonies. If you don't take that respective, go back where you came from. But this is against the Chicanos. And this is against any illegal immigrants. You know? People can't do that stuff. That's why we have to restart the beginnings again. But that's the same shit because we're in the same path and we're in the same level. That's why we need to have to trust the big things that we need to do in the hood. You know? Being in the ghetto vision is really bad. You can hurt themselves like that. And destroy people like that. No. We're talking about the people that you need to give up like this. This is not the time that you need to wake up. I'm like, wake up in America. This is what the Mexicans, they can't be looked like in 2025. That's why this is not really good shape for everybody else. Especially from one of my friends who have been around in the hood. You know? I seen them do that, and I seen them do it, but, you know, get over it. I'm like, sometimes people, they need to understand about the regulations. Because, you know, Donald Trump is going to be here for president for next year. And, you know, watch the targets, because Chicanos might discontinue it in the hood, because you never know what's going to happen, because you're not behaving good. Gotta go back to your own country. You know? Can't learn to fight around the money. Learn to fight for yourselves. You know? If you wanted to do anything about the country or any kind of that stuff, learn that from U.S. citizenship. And they can come and get you. You know? My true things in America that we need to believe is to believe in themselves about the great country that we have. You know? That's a lot of prosperity that you need to do in the hood. But you can't do it in the hood. You need to be like adjacent. Because adjacent is the best thing that you need to do. Because we got God. We got America. We got the rights. Because sometimes it's hard. You want to become a better person and be a man. But you need to understand your attitudes and your favors. You know? And it's gonna be tough because, you know, like, you need to, like, people understanding about to learn about the hood. But something needs to change. Something need a new change for next year. Something has to change. If you don't study for your citizen or getting in a resident card or some shit, go back where you came from. Like I said before, but if you need to be honest to be around in the criminal record, you know, we'll make a deputy for this shit. That's why people have rights. People have wrong ways in the hood. That's not right. That is not a good shape. But you need to have a good luck charm. But nothing is going to be at making a good examples. But you need to make make good examples to themselves. Because nothing is going to be easy if you're going to keep killing people like that. Like they stripped back to the 90s. Think about that. Think about all the hoods in Abbott. And around in the cities. You have California. It's bad because Mexicans need to learn a lesson and do what they have their own rights. And that's not okay. Once they do, they can go back and where they came from. You know, Donald Trump is coming. The Civil War will be on the way soon. And the black people will be coming to get to the discontinued area and unite their arms. Just like with the Sudanese and North. But they didn't unite. They had to be deported. But, to be honest, we need to have the rights for the people. What we have done. Because this is going to be the first time since, like, back in the 60s. 1962, 68, there is no Sudanese and Norteños. But 50s, 40s, 30s, all the past years of the United States, they didn't use the hood in tax. Not that much. But not much about the Jackson Boys or some shit. Not at all. Asians, not at all. But something you need to learn about your own way. Can't be happy if you live with your Chicano. You gotta have to do what is right for that. Because there's no hood pass intact. But you need to do what is the good mood way to start with. But Bloods and Crips are bad. Sureños and Norteños are bad. You gotta make it equality. Because when there's the first time it has never done in the United States, has never done since 2025 or upper, hopefully they will change like that for the future for Donald Trump. And pretty soon we'll need a new president by 2028. So I've been praying for that. I've been praying that wish because you never know how this is gonna work out for the presidents to do that. So I'll keep your heads up soon. So those are my updates that we need to talk about what's going on about the Chicanos, and so that's what we're trying to do. Always good to do. Stay away from the drug cartels, from Mexicans that they don't want to come to America, because there's a lot of borders walkers that coming up from 2024, but sometimes they used to be around, but not that much. But something is gonna get scared because of the deportation. So something needs to change. Something needs a new change. I need to live without the Mexicans and the Chicanos. That's all we need. And no criminal record who has been around for Mexican Americans and Mexicans. Only just U.S. citizens lovers. You know what I mean? With no crime. I haven't done this since with no crime. So it's been a while when we started this shit. So it's all good. So hopefully we'll have some good news about the U.S. citizens people to unite them to try and trust to evolution with the people that we need to get together. But I'll let you know soon. So it may reach out for something better. We'll reach out something better and we'll make it happen. But don't worry. Well, we can discuss this shit later. It's gonna be making more things that we have done for the past. So past is the worst. So think about what you did have done before in America. So all you have to do just send prayers of love and from God and the others to have a new day and all that kind of stuff. So here's the thing. We need to do the right away in this part of you in America. So in that takes we have to do rights for freedom and all kind of stuff. So that's why we need to be locomotive with everybody with the people. And be passionate and pursue happiness if you're living in America. America has never been fighting like that since 1776 to 67. There's no Mexican hoods around here before. So think about the good intact that we need to do in 2025 and upper. So that's what I'm trying to tell you, that we have to be more respectful and you're a part of the Americans. Listen, U.S. citizens, make sure to do the right thing if you can. And without the Chicanos, we'll do the best. So this is Odyssey. Keep it Odyssey. Keep it real. We'll keep you updated soon.